Introduction. Diversity encompasses a wide range of areas, which might include the workplace, organizations, education, politics, society, and laws. One should be aware that diversity is an essential part of multiculturalism, where a multitude of different cultures coexists in harmony. Promoting and adhering to the notion takes a substantial effort because the issues of alienation and in-group hostility can be major challenges. Multiculturalism is an indisputable fact of modern life, and getting acquainted and assimilating different cultures, people can try various approaches to cognition. In addition, they can have different views, gain experience from other cultures, and shape their response to the world around them. This experience enriches the cognitive and behavioral models of a modern person and leads to the fact that cultural identities become more complex, composite, plural, and multi-format. However, one should strive for diversity because it greatly expands the overall knowledge by bringing new experiences and ideas. Therefore, the notion is important due to its positive impact on decision-making, education, and organizational improvement. Main body. The first reason that supports the overall benefit of diversity is its critical role in decision-making processes. A study suggests that diversity settings compared to individual ones yield more plausible and thorough decisions. In other words, if a person examines his or her personal decision with others, he or she will deliver a better outcome due to the diversity of perspectives. It is especially true in the case of a diverse and homogeneous group because the former possesses a more multifaceted point of view. Such a divergence in perspectives ensures that the general decision will be mostly based on complex analysis and consideration of a wide range of factors. They develop in the direction from the assertion of the instrumental value of a person's belonging to a particular culture to an egalitarian statement. This is important because members of a cultural minority group have limited access to their own culture. Thus, unlike members of a dominant group, they need special protection. In societies with cultural diversity, it is easy to find examples of state support for the culture of certain social groups in comparison with others. It is important to note there are educational advantages of encouraging diverse settings within a college or university. It is stated that cultural and social adjustments among programs devoted to Black heritage allow other ethnically different students to undergo more immersive experiences. In other words, organizing activities or events that involve a racially diverse group will inevitably generate the marketplace of ideas, which is a term used to define and describe a multitude of perspectives. Therefore, it is clear that students who are regularly put in such a diversity-based setting will become highly considerate and wise citizens. Cultural identity influences the interpretation of an individual's relationship with others in the learning environment. One should be aware that students have a variety of experiences with themselves. Representatives of minorities gain their understanding of the conscious need to negotiate in different social and cultural contexts. This is manifested in the necessity of survival due to low expectations, stereotypes of attitudes, hostility, and even violence towards oneself. Moreover, diversity is an essential component of the workplace because organizations with the given factor possess more advantages compared to homogeneous ones. The research states that workplace diversity, WPD, greatly improves employees' professional skills, problem-solving, and critical thinking among an organization's workers. These changes inevitably lead to more in-company enhancements through increased productivity, corporate attractiveness, and expanded talent pool. In other words, one should integrate WPD in an organization because the initial changes result in more benefits due to prospective employees noticing the fact that a company is welcoming for minorities. Such an approach directly leads to the expanded talent pool because a highly skilled professional will be less reluctant to become a part of an organization due to culture. Increasing cultural diversity is leading to the formation of a new type of liberalism based on multicultural values. It is critical to discuss liberal principles at a metaphysical level. This discussion includes an analysis of liberal thinking, liberal consciousness, and liberal ethos. These are categories that are predetermined by human behavior and, ultimately, serve as the fundamental principle of any multicultural society. Conclusion. In conclusion, diversity is highly important because it can be present in a wide range of settings, and it also brings an array of benefits. Firstly, it significantly enhances the general process of decision-making due to a more thorough assessment and analysis of divergent perspectives. Secondly, diversity substantially improves the educational procedures by allowing students to undergo multicultural immersions and generating the marketplace of ideas. Thirdly, WPD benefits are manifested in the fact that an organization's employees become significantly better at critical thinking, problem solving, and enhance their professional skills. Therefore, there are a number of implications associated with diversity, and the majority of them are positive and useful for an array of settings, such as education, workplace, and decision-making. Everything you need for studies, essay samples, writing tools, and tips, you can find at studycorgi.com.